Hello student, today we are going to start new exercise in geometry, that is exercise 1.2. Under this, first question is what? The following table shows point on a number line and their coordinates. Decide whether the pair of segment given below are congruent or not. The point is a B, C, D, E, and coordinate is the coordinate of point A is a -3. The coordinate of point B is a 5, and the coordinate of C is a 2, and the coordinate of D is a -7, and the coordinate of E is a 9. Now we have to decide whether segment DE and segment AB is a congruent or not. Congruent means the length of both the segment are equal. When the length of both the segment are equal, then that segment are congruent. Now first we find length DE. Length D. For finding length DE, what's the formula? What's the formula? Greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. Greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So what's the coordinate? The coordinate of point D is what? -7, and the coordinate of point E is what? Point E is what? 9. 9 is greater than -7. Therefore, length DE is equal to greater minus smaller. Greater is what? 9 minus -7. 9 minus plus 16. Length DE is equal to 16. The first segment we find segment DE, that is length D is equal to 16 units. After that we find segment AB. So first we rough this one. Segment D is a 16. Now first I write segment DE is equal to length of segment DE is equal to 16 units. Now we find segment AB. For finding segment AB, first we write coordinate of A. Coordinate of A is what? -3. And coordinate of B. Coordinate of B is what? Coordinate of B is what? 5. Coordinate B is a 5. Now length AB is equal to greater minus smaller. What is greater one? Greater one is a 5 minus a smaller. Minus 1 is what? -3. 5 minus 3, that is 8. Length AB is equal to 8. Length AB is equal to 8. We find segment D is 16 and segment AB is a what? Segment D is 16. Segment AB is equal to 8. Therefore, both are not equal. Therefore, length segment DE not congruent segment AB. So first one is the completed. Segment DE not congruent segment AB. Now second one is what? Segment BC and segment AD. Whether segment BC and segment AD is a congruent or not. For that we find length BC, that is greater minus smaller. Coordinate of B is a what? Coordinate of B is a 5, and coordinate of C is a what? Coordinate of C is a 2. Therefore 5 is a greater than 2. Therefore length BC is equal to greater is what? 5 minus 2. Length BC is equal to 3. That is length BC 3. Segment BC, length of segment BC is a 3 units. After that we find length BC is a 3. Now length AD we should find. For that the coordinate of A is a what? -3, and the coordinate of D is a what? -7. The coordinate of D is what? -7. Now length AD is equal to greater minus smaller, so greater minus 3 minus minus 7 minus 3 minus minus plus 7 minus 3 4, length AD is equal to 4, length AD 4 and length BC 3. The length of both the segment are different, therefore this is also not congruent. This is also not congruent. Now question number 3. Question number 3, segment BE and segment AD. Whether segment BE and segment AD is a congruent or not. Congruent or not. For that we find first length BE. Length BE is equal to what? For that we find B, coordinate of B. Coordinate of B is a 5 and coordinate of E. Coordinate of E is a what? Coordinate of E is a 9. Now length BE is equal to greater minus smaller. Greater is what? 9 minus smaller is what? 5. Length BE is equal to what? Length BE is equal to 4. Length BE is equal to 4. Now we find, after finding length BE, length BE is equal to 4. Length BE is equal to 4. Now we find length AD. Length AD is equal to what? For that A is equal to what? A is equal to minus 3 and D is equal to what? Minus 7. Length AD is equal to greater minus smaller. Greater is the what? Greater is the minus 3 minus smaller minus 7 minus 3 minus minus plus 7 minus 3 4. Length AD is equal to 4. Length AD 4 and length BE also 4. Therefore length AD congruent length BE. Length AD congruent length BE. So length AD congruent length BE. Yes, under exercise 1.2 question number 2 is what? Point M is the midpoint of segment AB. If AB 8, then find the length of AM. First we draw one segment and that name of that segment is a AB and M is a midpoint. M is a midpoint. So student, what do you understand by midpoint? Midpoint means that point which divides the segment in two equal parts. Which divides the segment into two equal parts. M divide AB into two equal parts. That means AM is equal to MB is equal to two equal parts, equal to half into AB. That is the meaning of midpoint. Midpoint M is divide AB into two equal parts, that is AM is equal to MB, that AM is equal to MB is equal to 1 upon 2 into AB. Now what we should find? AM. AM is equal to 1 upon 2 into AB. The value of AB is what? 8. AM is equal to 2 1 ja 2, 2 4 ja 8, 4. AM is equal to 4. AM is equal to 4 unit. 4 unit. The answer will be AM is equal to 4 unit. Our next question from exercise 1.2 is a question number 3. That is what? Point P is the midpoint of segment CD. Point P is the midpoint of segment CD. If CP is equal to 2.5, find length CD. Is just opposite to the sum number 2. First we draw one segment, that is segment CD. P is the midpoint. P is the midpoint. Midpoint means the point which divides the segment into two equal parts. Therefore CP is equal to PD is equal to 1 upon into CD. CP is equal to PD is equal to 1 upon 2 into CD. What they ask? They give CP. The value of CP. CP is equal to 1 upon 2 into CD. CP is the what? CP 2.5 is equal to 1 upon 2 into CD. Now 2.5 cross multiplication. 2.5 into 2 is equal to CD. CD is equal to 2.5 2 क्या हो गया 5 unit. CD length CD is equal to 5 units. That is the answer. Yes, next question, that is question number 4 from exercise 1.2. What is that? If AB is equal to 5 centimeter, BP is equal to 2 centimeter and AP is equal to 3.4 centimeter. Compare the segments. We should compare the segments. First we write phi is greater than what? 3.4, and 3.4 is greater than what? 2. Phi is greater than 3.4, 3.4 is greater than 2. What's the value of phi? AB. And a value of 3.4, that is AP. And this is BP. So our comparison completed. AB is greater than AP and AP is greater than BP. Very simple question. So we compare this like this. AB is greater than AP and AP is greater than BP. Yes, student, I am leaving question number 5 for you. You just do that question number 5. If you have any problem in that question, you can ask me in a group. Student, our next question is a question number 6. That is exercise from 1.2. I am leaving question number 5 for you. You do yourself, because that question is very simple. If you have any problem, you can ask me on my personal number or in a group. Our next question is a question number 6. Answer the question with the help of figure 1.14. And this is the figure. Under this first question is what? State the points which are equidistant from point B. State the points which are equidistant from point B. Point B is over here. Which point are equidistant from point B? From when we go to the right side of B, 1 unit पे क्या है? Nothing. No points are given. And there are after 2 units there are C. After 2 units there are C. From right, when we are going to right from B, point C is a distance of 2. And when we go to the left side of the B, we get point A. Point A is a 0. The value of A is a 0. So point C and point A is a equidistant from point B. From point B. That is first answer. And when we go 3 units from the point B to the right side, there is a B. There is a V. But from 3 units to the left side, 1, 2, 3, nothing point is given. So we don't write equidistance points, because one point is given but another point is not given. So comparison is not possible. When we go 4 unit from B to the left side, that is to the right side, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and that is D. And when we go to the left side of B, 1, 2, 3, 4, point P is it, point D and point P is equidistant from point B. And after that right side में कोई भी पॉइंट नहीं है, लेफ्ट साइड में तो है बट राइट साइड में नहीं है, तो इक्विडिस्टेंस नहीं होगा. सो फर्स्ट आंसर ये हो गया. सो आवर सेकंड क्वेश्चन अंडर क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, write a point of pair of points equidistant from point Q. When we go to the right side from point Q, there after 1 unit no points are given, after 1 units no points are given. We go to the 2 points, we get after 2 points it is a P, and after 2 points it is a R. So point P and point R are point R are equidistant from point Q. Now if we go to the left side, no points are there. If we go to the right side, there are many points, but we don't write that one. Only one, point P and point R are equidistant from point Q. Our next third question is what? Find distance UV, distance PC, distance VB, and distance UL. Distance UL. This type of question we solve in exercise 1.1 already. So I will do only one question from this. I will find distance UV. For distance UV, we first find U. The coordinate of U is a -5, and the coordinate of V is a 2, 3, 4, 5. Distance UV first we saw 5 is greater than -5. Distance UV is equal to greater minus smaller. 5 minus -5, the answer will be 10. The answer will be 10 units. Distance UV is equal to 10 units. Okay students, so like this exercise has completed.